Hello and welcome to my first ever tower ranking. I recently finished every single Christmas event in ETOH, so I decided to make a ranking. This ranking includes every single tower from the 2019 Christmas event up until this year's Christmas event, the 2025 one. There's also a 2018 event, but I didn't play it because it isn't in the tower completion list. So yeah, I just didn't bother playing it because it wouldn't even give me anything. Um, so yeah, I mostly ranked these towers based on how enjoyable they are, but also took into account how they look and if they have anything unique to it. Um, so yeah, sit back and relax as I rank all 22 Christmas event towers in ETHO.
I just made I just made an account.
Well, surprise, surprise, we start off at the 2019 event, the oldest event. Of course, the oldest event has the worst tower, because, I mean, those towers are just less special. But this one is, well, it's kind of special, but the gameplay is just atrocious. I'm talking about Steeple of Joyous Voyages. Yeah, this Steeple is just, dude, like, it just starts off. Floor 1 isn't that bad. Like, the gameplay in floor 1 is pretty decent, but when you get to the later floors, it's atrocious. Floor 2 is. It has a stupid push box section that just isn't fun. It has a lot of ledges and stuff which just do not work. Um, then you get to floor 4, which is the yellow floor up there. It's just foggy and you're slow and you can't see a single thing. It's like one of the worst floors I've ever done in Etho ever, dude. And then floor 5 as well is just, it has atrocious gameplay. It has like high challenging, low intense gameplay on a difficult tower. And if you fall there, there's a big chance you fall all the way down. At least it has like a teleport to go back in, so you don't have to do all the button progress again. But it's so bad. Like, I am not even joking. This tower took me longer to beat than Tower of True Skill, and I did Tower of True Skill before this. This took me 72 minutes to beat for a difficult steeple. And it wasn't even that I like wasn't trying. Like, I was, I was actually locked in at sections. Like, the final stretch has parts that actively fling you. Like, it actively flings you if you fail, and you just fling off the tower. Like, how is that even fair? It is a flippin' final stretch that just. It's mean. I guess it should be hard, but it's a fucking difficult steeple. Like, in my opinion, this is peak challenging, and I can't be the only one that thinks that because it's really hard, dude. It's really hard, and it's so bad. It's atrocious.
I just made an account.
Yeah, we're staying in the 2019 event because there is another tower. Well, this tower isn't that bad, but it's just very mid, which is Steeple of Evergreen Ascension. Um, well, I guess it's technically kind of bad because this it starts off really confusing. Like, I don't even know where to go. Um, what are you even? It took me so long to figure out what to do here. Gameplay wise, it's like peak easy. It's like it's not hard at all. Like, it's just some basic jumps. This entire steeple is basically just basic jumps until you get to the final floor. What even are you? There's so much reading, dude. The final floor is just a fucking difficulty spike. It's like peak hard difficulty. There's like a turret shooting at you. I think I was like 20 HP when I was there, and you don't have healing items because it's an event, of course. Yeah, it's just not fun at all. Design wise, like, it has some cool ideas, but it's you can tell it's old. You can tell it's just old. So it's just not good compared to other event towers, I guess.
I just made I just made an account.
For those who've watched my stream on this sort of tower, know this was coming, but it is the newest event, so you think it's fun, but I had no fun with Shrimply and our normal tower amazing. Santa is so unbelievably bad. Like, I had no, I had absolutely no fun doing this. I guess it's kind of cool with the mechanics that it uses, but these swings are so atrocious to control. I had no enjoyment of this. It's not even intense in my opinion. Like it's easier than intense. So it's not even a skill issue. Um, I just had no fun with this. I just did not like the mechanics, especially in the second half. Like this first half was pretty decent. I even found a skip on my own that I mean it didn't really work because you'd get kicked. Um, like for some reason I got flung all the way over there. Um, and well, that skip just skips the entire first half. Um, but yeah, I just do not like it. It just looks well, like what is it even doing in a Christmas event? I mean, I guess it's like Christmas dinner themed, like ice creams and my Christmas buffet, but still, it's just why is it here? And who picked this? Because I mean, I guess most people like this, but I didn't, and that's the most important thing here. I feel like it's just a fucking joke tower. It feels more as an April Fool's tower than a Christmas tower.
I just made I just made an account.
For our first 2020 tower, we have Steeple of Reping. Um, like we're reaching the point of this ranking where the towers aren't even that bad. Like this tower is decently fun. Like the gameplay is decently fun. I don't like the punishment. Like it's challenging. I feel like a challenging shouldn't have high punishment, especially if the steeple is decently long. Like the steeple is decently long. Um, but the purism in this steeple is peak, dude. I really like the purism. I'm feeling so much right now. The purism is just a lot of fun here. But then you have like client object based jumps that are just not fun. What am I doing? There's sections where you need to hold a button with your mouse. Like I don't like those sections because it just feels slow, and I like going fast paced normally. And those sections just don't feel fun at all. Also, floor five is basically entirely outside. Oh yeah, these things are also pretty cool. The cars. But yeah, floor five being almost entirely outside, which means if you fall, you're just dead. I don't like that addition, especially because it's challenging. Um, and it's like one of the hardest gameplay part of this fucking steeple. So yeah, I don't really like that part. But yeah, like I said, the purism is decently good. This steeple in general is fine. It's just there's so many more other better steeples and towers in this, like in these type of events, that is just still pretty low on his list.
I just made I just made an account.
And we're back in 2019. Steeple of Festive Factory Infiltration. This tower is a mixed bag. The final two floors are very fun. I really enjoyed the final two floors, but the first two floors are just mid in general. Like the gameplay is just kind of boring. It also isn't really indicated that much. Well, there's arrows, but it's still not really indicated where to go. But then you have floor three, and floor three is the reason why this is this low on the list. Because otherwise, it would have been like two or three spots higher. Because floor three has a atrocious pushbox section that isn't. It shouldn't even be that bad, but it has an elevator that is just almost impossible to get the fucking pushbox on, and you have to do it twice. Like it took me 25 minutes to get past that part alone, and I feel like it should not be the case. Um, it's just it's just very mid. Like it at first, this tower just feels really bad and just boring, but then it just gets so good at the end for no reason. Like I don't know understand how that works. It feels like it's just made by different people. Maybe it is. Like I did not check at all. Okay, I just fell. I did not check if it was made by different people. But the final two floors are actually pretty fun. Like floor four is. I mean, most people would probably hate it because it's ice physics, but I like ice obbies. I am one of the few people who enjoy those. And floor five is a pretty, well, it's not really a boss fight, but it's still really fun to do. It has some good purism thingies. In general, this tower is just kind of mid, hence its placement of this list, of course.
I just made I just made an account.
Yeah, we're already back in 2020 with Steeple of Winter Expeditions. This Steeple is also just really well made. Like, it looks very cool and it looks very modern. The gameplay also isn't that bad. It's just the fact that almost every single jump feels so unbelievably cramped. Like it's super hard to sight read, and you're just forced to go slow. Like this is not speedrunnable at all. And like I said before, I like going fast. Like I just have to wait for this fucking thing now. Well, that's basically the thing with spinners, I guess. But it's basically just this the entire tower, just cramped gameplay that just feels the same the entire steeple, I guess, and that's the reason why I'm glad it's a steeple. Steeple isn't that long, like it's like 5 minutes long, 6 minutes long if you do everything perfectly. But it just feels so slow. It just feels so slow, and that's just the thing that I just do not like about this thing at all. So I said I don't really remember anything about this. Like it's not that special at all. It's not that memorable. Um, and its placement this low on this list, of course.
I just made I just made an account.
Yeah, we're staying in 2020 for Steeple of Crumpiest Travels. The start of this tower is worse than the ending of this tower. The gameplay is well, it's a lot harder than hard difficulty, but that's because there is a net below every single floor. Um, but I feel like it's just still a little bit too hard. I guess this steeple took me a while, especially floors 1 and 2 took me a while to do. Because there are sections. I mean, I don't think I can show because they don't show up now. There's like these balls that go up and down that you need to jump off of. Like on the regular platforms, those type of jumps work because you're just standing on like the platform the entire time. But they do not work on balls because balls are they're round, so it's just very easy to just bounce up and down on them. Where am I even supposed to go? Am I stupid? Maybe. Oh no, I go here. I think this is. Yeah, these are the balls. Like the amount of times I felt like I'm bouncing up and down on the balls. It's just super annoying to time your jumps on these. It just feels RNG. And I just made it first try, but I didn't feel like I did anything there. I like how the tower is basically like a gingerbread man, and you have to like decorate it. That's all very neat. But the gameplay is a little bit worse in this one for sure.
I just made I just made an account.
On to the one and only tower that I didn't finish, Steeple of Asylum. The only reason I did not finish this is because it's just broken. You can't finish it. But I reached floor 4, I think. So I definitely seen enough of this tower to, fairly rank as compared to the other steeples and towers in these subrealms. It is gameplay wise, it's pretty fun actually, but it's just way too dark the entire time. Like it's like this first section isn't really a good show off, I guess, but it gets really dark because you're just in everywhere inside this fucking building. It's just darkness, and it's the only thing that is just holding me back for with liking this or not liking this because it's just not really it's not really fun that way. You basically have this candle mechanic that you need to refill every single time. Don't know if I can reach it in time. It's just kind of dull to have to refill your candle every single time, um, just to see. Because and if your candle runs out, you're just doomed, and you're just gonna get teleported back to your last checkpoint. Like this is my candle. But even yeah, if you click the candle lights up, but it like lowers in durability. I mean, I guess it's a cool mechanic, but I myself don't really like it because it just means that you have to kind of go fast as well, and it's pretty easy to mistakes like that. And yeah, there's also just a broken section, which also just doesn't help, I guess.
I just made I just made an account.
The first 2023 steeple in this list is Steeple of Triple Black Diamonds. They just fixed this steeple. The steeple was broken for a while, so I just got to do this before the ranking, and I'm very happy about it because this steeple is very fun, in my opinion. Um, Gameplay is kind of weird at some points. There's also just gameplay thingies that I didn't like at all. Like there's parts where you have to jump on vines, where you just need to jump immediately the entire time. I didn't really like that at all. And there's one section where you're like inside a house as well, which just feels out of place in general. Um, but besides that, like the final floor is just really cool. It's like a rising lava thingy, but it's netted. So if you fall, you just get to try it again immediately. Like I know it's intense, and I know the gameplay is like higher end intense, but because of all the nets, it just feels a lot easier than it looks. Like this is borderline intense, I know, but it just feels easier than that for some reason, even though it still kind of is, in my opinion. Where like these jumps are kind of annoying. The timing as well is kind of annoying. It's pretty easy to mess those up, and you do lose progress when you fall, but just not too much. Um, yeah, it could have been better. It's the worst people in this section in this sub realm for a reason, you know.
I just made I just made an account.
And we're already for the final 2020 tower. Also, the worst tower out of the two real towers in this ranking. Tower of Hot Chocolate Fury. Of course, this is the worst tower. Gameplay wise, this is probably one of the worst towers in this ranking in general. It just feels very random at certain places. Like every single floor just feels different for some reason. Um, and I don't really know why. It just also just feels very long in general. Like it doesn't say that it's long, but I think a perfect run takes like more than 20 minutes even. I also don't really like the first few floors. Later floors also are just very low available in general, and it just feels really hard for a difficult in general. The boss fight at the end is really cool. I really like the boss fight. It was really interactive with everything in it. But that's basically the only part that I actively really liked about this tower. Like the rest is just either, I mean, it's just mid. It's not even that it's bad, it's just mid. Also, I don't really know why this exists. Like, why would you even add this? There's just a ladder here. It just feels like a waste of time. Maybe it's just added, as more teaming. But I never fell down here. I only knew the only reason I went down there was because of the sign. Like I want to know what's down there now. But besides that, I've never been down here, so I don't even know why they added this. So yeah.
I just made I just made an account.
Steeple of Scrumptious Souvenirs, the 2025 Steeple. Just general map design wise, this might even be like top five, maybe even top three. Even it's super cool. It looks super cool, but the gameplay is just a little bit worse in my opinion. Um, it's basically five completely different sections every single time. Um, so the gameplay is a lot harder than your regular challenging gameplay, and it definitely shows. This steeple took me a while to do, and then there's also just random sections that is very easy to die. There's like a section inside like an oven that is really easy to die on. Like I nearly died there after. I mean, let me do this jump real quick. After it's just you just lose HP there, and you just need to go fast, even though you don't know where to go. So it feels kind of unfair. And then there's also a final stretch where you need to shoot a bunch of buttons, and the more buttons you shoot, the easier the final jumps become. So it could either be a 12 stud jump, and I had to do an 8 stud jump, which isn't that bad. But if you panic, you just die at the end, which is kind of annoying. But this is kind of a shame because the design is really cool. Like this first section isn't that cool, but when you enter the house, like every single section has like cool mechanics and stuff.
I just made I just made an account.
Oh my god, a good tower in the 2019 event? That is just insane. Steeple of Nightmare Before Christmas, the challenging in this area. This steeple is actually very well made. Like it doesn't even feel like it's from 2019. The gameplay here is decently fun. Like it has some good purism gameplay. It also has a bunch of spinners that I enjoyed. There's ice gameplay. Like I said before, I like ice gameplay. And for some reason, the tower just turns red on the later floors. I like those floors a little bit less because they feel less wintry. I guess it has something to do with the Nightmare Before Christmas theme. I never watched the movie, so I don't understand the references. Um, but the gameplay is still decently fun. It's very hard to die on in this tower. It's very hard to fall all the way to floor one, especially when you reach the red floors. It's really hard to fall. I don't even think it's possible to fall. Um, yeah, this steeple is just so much fun with all of his jumps. I don't. This took me like 3 times less long as the fucking difficult in this sub realm. It's insane.
I just made I just made an account.
To the one and only 2021 tower, or should I say Citadel. Citadel of Festive Struggles. From the outside, this thing looks fucking amazing. Like, it's just like a ginormous candy cane. I really like the design here. Gameplay-wise, I'm not gonna lie, not so much. Like, it could have definitely been better, a lot better. Um, every single floor just feels so random, and it just doesn't connect at all. Like, halfway through the tower, it just become something completely different for some reason. Um, and there's just so many weird mechanics here that it's just super loop faily. Like, there's multiple nets, luckily, because without nets, if there was no net at all, this would have been remorseless. Maybe okay, maybe not remorseless, but like at least peak intense. Like, I guess it's decently fun. It took me like 15 minutes to do, which is not that long. But then again, this Citadel isn't that long. I just walked off. The Citadel takes like 20 minutes to do. It's basically just a tower with more floors, and that's also what it feels like because you don't really see the shape of the Citadel from the inside. And also, floor 16 is just way too long, and it's just not needed at all. It's just a way to add more floors, I guess. Um, I didn't really like it, and also there's a lot of moving platforms and auto scrollers, and like I said before, I don't like going slow. I just want to go my own pace, and I hate it when I have to go slower than I want. So yeah, those are definitely downsides. But then again, the design is just way too good to put this lower on the list, I guess.
I just made I just made an account.
All right, we're finally back in 2025 for Steeple of the Christmas Spirit. I'm just gonna go in gameplay mode for now because I just want to show off a little bit of gameplay, of course. Yeah, this Steeple, it's it's decent. It's not that great, but it's also not bad. Like, it's very well made. It looks very cool. And I'm sure the story is also pretty cool. I've just never done the story ever because I didn't bother. I'm just here for gameplay most of the time. But the gameplay is decently fun. There are some bits that I didn't really like, and it's just really loop faily as well. And it's just also very learny. Um, and I guess it's not really that sight readable. Um, there were like times where I just didn't know what to do, and that's kind of a problem because I just, like I said, I want to go fast. Most bits, like, I don't want to stand somewhere for like more than 10 seconds to just see where to go or how to do stuff, and that is something that happens a lot in this table. Which is, yeah, it's basically its only problem, I guess. Like, it's besides that, it's a pretty fun steeple. I had fun grinding this, and I think it took me like 25-ish minutes. Didn't even take me that long. But especially the later floors. The final floor was decently fun. I think I first tried that, but there were also just floors where I just fell for no reason because I just didn't know what to do, and it just reset me all the way back at the beginning. And I really don't like that punishing factor on a steeple where it's hard to figure out where to go.
I just made I just made an account.
Steeple of Crazy Maniac's Cabin. This steeple is just super cool. Another 2023 steeple. Um, yeah, it's just super well made. It's just really well made in general. The steeple design is also very cool. Every single floor does feel as its own. Was a little bit late for 2024, I guess. But there's a lot of very cool mechanics and jumps in the steeple. There's like a 2D section as well that I really like. This first bit is just funny. I just killed the zombie. This was a fun experience for the first time. Um, the worst floor is definitely the final floor, because it just had the worst gameplay. But in general, this gameplay is just really fun. It has like super fun wraps. it feels as a difficult steeple. It doesn't feel any harder. Like these jumps are super cool, where you just push the X pusher a bit to make yourself a jump. They they utilize those type of gameplay a lot in this tower, and I really like it. Like it's just like one of the best fucking mechanics in ETO in general. They definitely should use it more often. Um, Besides that, this steeple isn't that memorable, I guess, even though it is very unique. It's you're just going downhill in a house. But it's still just super cool, and I really want to beat this again one day, but not now. Later, I'm not going to beat it now again.
I just made I just made an account.
Steeple of Raffle Ornaments, a medium steeple in the 2023 event. This steeple is just amazingly made. It's a medium, but it has a little bit harder gameplay. But every single floor is its own. You basically have like these type of paintings that you need to go through. There's like multiple of these, and every single painting has a different mechanic. Um, don't really know what mechanic this one had. I think I just went to the one that had no cool mechanic. But there's one where where you're driving on a car and stuff like that. Like it's super well made for a medium, and it feels a little bit too cool for a medium. I think this is the one with the driving car, the blue one. There's also corner flips in here, which feels also very weird for a medium, but it still feels medium because there is just a net below every single floor. And then the final floor is just a recap of all the different floors you did, which it's just super cool, dude. I really enjoyed this one a lot. And it's definitely one of the best mediums in the entire game, even, I'd say.
I just made I just made an account.
All right, Steeple of Castle Within Glass, another 2025 steeple. From this point onwards, every single tower is like a 9 or better. Like it's so cool. This steeple was so much fun to do. Like the gameplay in this steeple is just amazing. Besides the final stretch, I didn't really like the final stretch, I guess. But besides that, it's just big. There's not a lot of cutscenes. It's just decently fast paced. And the mechanics are just really cool. I especially like the corner flip mechanics where you need to corner flip at certain points. And the double jump mechanic is also just generally well made and put in cool spots. And it's only a hard difficulty, which means it's not that hard, but it feels harder for some reason because of the gameplay. Because there's just a net below every single floor, basically. It is kind of hard to see where to go at certain points, but at least they add those wind particles so you kinda understand where to go. Like this first floor isn't that special at all. I generally like the castle inside more, and the thing that I like the most was the dungeon. There's like a bunch of puzzles in the dungeons that I really liked. It's just super well made, and it's perfect for this sub realm, I guess. Like it's pretty easy to decide. Like I'm just talking and doing this at the same time, which is just proof that it's decently easy to sight read. Where we go down. That's already floor one done. Like it's not even the tower is not even that long. Like it's just super fun, dude. I know people hated this because of bugs, but I didn't really encounter those bugs, so I like this steeple.
I just made I just made an account.
Kicking off the top five with the one and only Remorseless Tower, Steeple of Below Zero, the most recently added steeple to the 2025 event. This steeple is amazing. It got nerfed recently, which made it even better. It didn't really do anything placement wise. It's just a little bit easier now and a little bit more fair, especially on floors three. Um, it's just this steeple is just so well made. Like the mechanics are really cool, especially those boost mechanics. Those are just perfect, dude. Um, I don't understand why people are complaining about them because they're just the best. And I just failed my jump. Okay, I forgot how to do that jump. Like it just feels so satisfying to just boost yourself across ice with these things. Like it's one of my favorite mechanics of all time in any Etho tower. And I also just really like the punishment here. I know I said this earlier that I didn't really like the punishment in the challenging steeple in this sub realm, But I like it in here because it's remorseless, so it needs to be punishing. Like the gameplay isn't even that hard. It's just it needs punishment if you fail, and it makes it a lot scarier to just do jumps. So you need to think about what you do, and I really like that about this steeple. I also really like how you're basically safe after floor four. So floors five and six are basically victory laps, even though it's still definitely possible to die on floor five. I just really like the scavenger hunt on floor five. Like it's just it's perfect. It's like you're done with all the hard stuff, and you think it's gonna be even harder, but then it just turns out to be a lot easier and just impossible to die after that. Like you're still very scared about stuff, but it's like this section is that jump is so satisfying to do. And then floor six is just a victory lap. It's but you're still always on edge because you're just scared that you can still die and reset. You know, and this steeple is just super well made, dude.
I just made I just made an account.
In fourth place, we have the best medium in the game, in my opinion. I mean, I haven't played every single medium, but so far, I really don't think this is getting beat. Steeple of Sleep Eternally. This steeple is peak. The only reason this isn't higher up is because it's kind of hard to see where to go at certain points. But the mechanics here are so cool. Like we're even at the bit that is like the least fun because it's like still the tutorial, and I just failed the first jump. W. Like the dragging mechanic in here, it's so cool. Like I really liked it. I don't know if I reach one pretty soon, but it's like again, it's one of my favorite mechanics in ETHO. It's just, I mean, you do have to stop, and it kind of takes you out of your flow, but it just feels so smooth to just drag platforms to make jumps easier for yourself. My only nitpick about this steeple is at one point you're in like a sort of hotel, I guess, where it's really hard to figure out where to go most of the time, and it just feels like it's dragging on and dragging on. But after that, it's my favorite bit. Like the final floor is the best floor in my opinion. It's like you're like inside a city, and it looks really short, but you're there for like 10 minutes, maybe okay, a little bit less, maybe. But it's just so I had so much fun with this, and it really set the tone for this event, I guess, because it's just amazing. Like if you look in the distance, like that section is just perfect. This section is probably one of my least favorite section, but it's still really well made. Like the gameplay is still decently good. So
I just made an account.
yep. In third place is actually a tower that used to be a secret steeple, but it's in the list, so it's definitely part of this Christmas event. We're back in the 2023 event, by the way. We have Steeple of Zesty Situations. Like it literally says it's a secret, no reward, but it is counted as a steeple. Um, awesome speed build lol. Yeah, this steeple definitely feels rushed, but it's fully classic, and it's just very purism based as well. The only non-purism things in here are corner flips, and there aren't even that many. And the corner flips that are in here are very cool. The gameplay in general is also very cool. It is very punishing. Like if you fall, there's a very big chance you fall back to floor one. Everything in floor five is outside as well, but it doesn't get harder with the tower, with the amount of floors you go up. Like it stays about the same difficulty the entire way. And the steeple itself is also like 4.5 minutes long. I think I did this in 7 minutes because I fell once on floor three. But it's just basically just corner flip mechanics and ladder flicks, and that's it. Besides that, it's just a bunch of reps as well. But it just feels so smooth and classic at the same time. Like we're already at floor two, and I was like playing for half a minute, you know. So it's just super. It was super fun to do this, and it just felt super good as well that I beat it so quickly. Like if this took me like 30 minutes, this wouldn't be this high up. Um, but it just feels super smooth. Like every single jump is just so much fun. It is not Christmassy at all. I gotta admit that, but I really don't care. Like the steeple is just super fun to do. I guess nothing special at all, but it's just the gameplay is just goated, and gameplay, in my opinion, is way more important than just general design. I made it to floor three in just this short segment. Like that is insane, dude.
I just made I just made an account.
In second place, we have Tower of Manifesting in Dreams, Stomid, which is kind of it's kind of ironic because the tower is not mid at all. This is like one of the best towers in the game. Like this is a top five tower for me. It's so much fun. It does kind of drag on at certain points. Like it said on the portal that it's 30 minutes long. Um, I think I did this in 45 minutes, and out of those 45 minutes, I think 10 minutes was just dialogues and just walking around in this house. That's the only part that I didn't like, is I just like going fast. But all the gameplay portions are just super good in general. Like there's this roller coaster that you ride. You're literally flying to the Battle Rock Galaxy from Mario Galaxy as well at one point, and it's just super well made. Like this, like the first bit is just like a little bit story related. Like I can't really show off anything here. I mean, I guess I can pause it. This is what I mean. I'm like almost 3 minutes in, and I just reached the first floor. It's kind of insane. I just this That's the only bit that I didn't really like. Like it's still a fun story, but I'm here for the gameplay. So it's the only reason why it isn't first. Because basically this and the first place are ranked the same grade in my sheet. So they're like just as good, but this one is more oriented in story based and just general map design, whilst the other is just purely gameplay based. You'll see in a bit. Like this, like still, it's a really good tower. This first section is even my least favorite section of this tower, and it's still like almost S tier. Like that's how good it is. Like look how well made this is. Like it looks amazing. This tower definitely was a journey, and it's a shame I can't re-experience it for the first time because it's just so good.
I just made I just made an account.
And first place, we have Steeple of Psycho Eyes. This steeple is so unbelievably good. It's funny because it's not even Christmassy themed. I feel like this is more Halloween themed than Christmas theme. Um, the reason why this is better than Tomid is because it's just the gameplay is just peak. Like design wise, it looks pretty cool, but the gameplay is amazing. Like there's two ways you can beat this T-plus, either by going slow and dodging every single eye, or you can touch the eyes and do a speed run. Both options are fun options to do. Like it's just really fun to develop a strat here to just go as far in as possible without touching the eyes, and then just speed run it from like there. Just now it's just very peaceful, but when you touch this, there's rising lava coming, and now you need to go fast, and you really can't any mistakes because it goes fast. It goes really fast, and I really like that. Like this is a fun steeple for that mechanic because it's decently short, so it's pretty easy to speedrun and not to mess up anywhere. Like, there's towers in this game where it's pretty easy to mess up because it's very long, and then rising lava just isn't fun. I was clicking the wrong button. It's just I had so much fun with this. This is even my second favorite tower in the entire game at this point. Like I really had fun with this and grind this. Like this is definitely a steeple that I'm going to repeat a bunch of. How did I? It is a little bit buggy with with those things sometimes, but besides that, it's just absolutely perfect. Like this is almost a 10 out of 10 tower for me. That's how good this is. I yeah, this steeple is just so good. Like every single mechanic is cool. Every single jump feels fair. We're already at floor three now. It's insane. And there's only five floors, so we're only 2 minutes in. Like this is a 5 minute long steeple, maybe even 4 minute if you really speedrun it from the start. There's even a way you can speedrun it from the start. Like there's an eyeball all the way at the bottom, so you can technically speedrun it from the very beginning. It would be pretty funny if I managed to beat it here. No, I am not because I fell. It's just almost perfect, dude. It's almost perfect, and that's the only reason why I like it more than Tomid. It's just because of the gameplay. Because Tomid just looks better, but this gameplay is just so much fun. It's super fast paced, and like I said earlier a few times already, I like going fast. So it's just peak. And that was my ranking. It was really fun replaying these Christmas events, and you can clearly see like the newer events are just better than the older events. It's also just crazy to me how only two towers didn't pass my verdict, which is just insane because this means like the Christmas events in general are just really good. Um, but yeah, please let me know in the comments what you agree or disagree on. I kind of like going into discussions like that. Um, but yeah, I really like making this ranking. So definitely expect more rankings when I complete certain areas or maybe even difficulties. We'll see. We'll see what I rank. I just really like making rankings in general. Um, but yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.